I started working on games like within the last 3 years or so, and I tried out Unreal, I tried out Unity, and I didn't really like either of them that much, and I settled in on Godot, and I like it a lot. I know some JavaScript, some TypeScript, I know HTML, CSS, and I know GDScript. That's it, right? Like I'm not versed on C Sharp, C++, even Python. I don't know any of these things. So and I'm not out here doing software development. I'm not working on a professional level. I don't have this as a job. My job is being right here with you. The game is a virtual pet game where you take care of this cat, and the cat is famous on social media. And when you want to make money to help buy stuff and feed the cat and decorate your house, you will play these mini games, and they will help you post to social media. So you'll play like this Pokemon Snap mini game and others things. It's a work in progress, and you'll take footage from that. You also take care of the cat, scoop its poop and stuff, and you know what I'd love to do today? I'd love to get clicking on the computer instead of using the debug buttons. So if I click on the couch is selectable, it starts the petting minigame. If I click on the litter box, we go to litter box, and it starts the scooping of pooping minigame. We click on the phone, we get this minigame. So that's what I want. I want that for the computer because, I'm going to keep working on this embed situation and getting it tidied up and fixed up, and it would just be nice if that workflow, that test flow was the way it's supposed to be. So, yeah, I say let's make it happen. I haven't worked on this project since December. I made this for a game jam in November, and I've been working on it for those 2 months, November and December. And then in January, I worked on another project. And so I'm just now getting back into this for context. So I'm kind of like, whoa, what is this? How did I make this? What are these systems? What do they do? I'm relearning my own project here. That's kind of why I seem so lost. I didn't realize all the things I was holding in my head that I just remembered. But I feel like a good system is one that when you come back to it, at least in my opinion, what I value as a good system is one that is comprehensible. Especially by the person who only a month ago understood it well. I'm glad that I'm choosing to work on this project longer and to take a step away and to come back, because now I get to solidify in my brain what's important to me. So future me cannot have to suffer in the next project. How do I want to set up my project so that way it's easier for me in the future? I didn't know I was gonna need a go back button. I didn't know I was gonna want that when I started making the camera able to go move towards the object and look at it. It wasn't until after I set up that system that I was like, wait a minute, I need something to let me get out of these. So then that becomes this disjointed separate system because I don't want to mess up that system. And I create this way that they link up. Whereas if I had known to begin with that I want all those systems to exist, I might have built it in a way that anticipated how those work together. But until I finish games like this, I'm not going to find out what those setbacks, what those oopsies are. I'm not going to have practiced making those systems. So it's definitely worth going through it, but I feel it. I feel it a lot. Oh my gosh. Why? You see, look, I can't. Why have I done such a thing? Let me refill my water. What the? Look, I love you. I love you, girl. I'm proud of you. You doing good things, okay? You do good things. I'm proud of you. But understand that this is very frustrating, and I expect you to learn from it. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I got this. I got this. That's true. I got this. It's true. You're right. Thank you. I got this.
Still. I gotta get this better next time. So basically there's a second mesh on here. There's our litter box. And there's two different meshes in here. So there's litter box model whole, and then there's the lid and base separate. So remember when I started that mini game, the lid actually lifted off. So that's because it's a separate piece from the base. So that lid comes off because it's a separate piece. But I have another mesh in here that's actually the entire litter box with the lid attached already. The reason I have that is because that holds a shader. It's technically currently invisible, the material on there. So I have just the albedo color set to nothing. So the alpha is completely turned down, and the transparency is marked to alpha. And that's because I don't want it to be seen. So in geometry, there's a material overlay. Okay, this material overlay contains a shader. That shader is what we see when I hover over it, and it creates that like effect on there. Actually, we'll zoom that too. You see it's got like a little animation, and you can tell, it gives you that feedback as the player that yes, we are hovering over it. Then we have this selectable objects script. There's a base class here that the computer station will need to extend from, and it will also need to implement all these abstract functions, and we'll have to use that to detect if the player is hovering over it and clicking on it and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm going to set up, is this script and then also the mesh for when we hover over it. So yeah, so I'm going to make that first, and then I'll start putting together the special script that it needs to work correctly. So here's how I'm going to get the computer station mesh. Okay, so there we have this, and I'm just going to export this. So I'm going to go to Scene, Export as GLTF 2.0 Scene. So this will give me something I can put in Blender. In blend files, I have this folder called pre-blend files, which is where I save these before I put them in Blender. Now I'm going to open up Blender, and I'm just going to turn that into one like solid object that I can apply that that shader to. This is the longest Blender boot up of my entire life. You're making me nervous, Blender. You're making me nervous. All right, there we go. So we're just going to start an empty project. And, okay, I'm going to go find that mesh I just exported. That's in my blend files. Okay, so we're going to import a GLTF specifically. The one we just exported. Extension KHR node visibility is not available on this add-on version. What? You what? What the hell are you talking about? What add-on version? What does that mean? Scenes Explorer GLTF contain hidden geometry. Can't be opened by Blender. Godot. Invisible nodes were excluded from export. Nothing's invisible. Oh, there's something invisible. delete it. Right? Actually, I don't know. Do I need that? What is that? Why is that there? Might as well run the game real fast just to make sure that's okay. Looks fine to me. Make sure we don't have any other secret hidden meshes in there. And hopefully Blender is no longer angry with me. But if Blender is, we'll look into it more. Okay, computer station. I don't see anything hidden. Export. We'll replace it. And hop back into Blender. Import GLTF. And see what happens. Still no good. Okay. Invisible nodes were excluded from export. If this optional by default, we can end up changing display of models. Aside from the setting, if it was desired for an invisible Godot thing to be visible in Blender, another option is to make it visible in Godot, changing the Godot scene to match the appearance it would have in Blender. I wonder if like some of the nested scenes had something to do with it, like the inherited scenes. Maybe we need to make them all local. That could be. So let's do this. I'm going to make a separate computer station scene. It's going to be computer station temporary. And I'm going to make all of these local. Everything in there, local. I wonder if it doesn't like the CSG, because the CSG is a Boolean. It uses a subtraction cut. It's just like, it's literally just a cube with another cube cutting it out. So it's possible that that's setting it off as well. I can also export CSG meshes, so I could maybe export that, bring it back into Godot. We'll see. But if I can keep this exactly similar, I'm going to be very happy. All right, let's try it again. Go back to Blender. Try importing it. We want the temporary one. No good. Okay, I'm going to test my other theory, which is it has to do with this. Now with CSG, we can actually bake it as a mesh instance. So I'm just going to then delete the desk that's there. Well, we want the material. So let's make sure it gets that material on it. Get rid of the placeholder. And try it again. Technically, since this is a temporary one, I don't need any of this stuff either. So I'll just get rid of everything. We don't need the hover area. We could get rid of all those nodes too if I really wanted to. Okay, so it's all meshes and nodes. See if that makes a difference. Export it, GLTF, replace, overwrite. Try again. Import, GLTF. Go in the blend files, pre-blend. There we go. So I'm not sure. It could have been the CSG. I guess it would be nice to like know which it was. But I'm a bit too late. I can't control Z it. So it was either the areas or the CSG. I'm not sure what caused it, but it works now, so I'm happy. But in retrospect, I wish I had done one thing at a time so I could have pinpointed what actually caused that, but it's okay. So I kind of want this to all be one unified mesh. I mean, I certainly, absolutely, specifically need that. So we're just going to select all, and we're going to press Control J. And I'm going to get rid of all these containers once I identify wherever the mesh went down to there. I don't need all of these materials, completely not necessary, so you might as well reduce the whole thing down to one single material. Not only might we as well, I recommend it. It'll be easier that way. And yeah, looks good. So I'm going to export this now, or just save it as a blend file. This is Computer Station. Now, since I have my Godot integrated with Blender, Godot will just do the GLTF conversion for me, so I don't have to think about that. This is not in the same place. Why did you move it? Are you want to keep in the same spot? Okay. No, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. Alright, well, it's fine. I'm sure... Okay, negative 42.0? Is that it? No. Okay, so we'll just guess. So I'm going to actually need to make it a little larger as well. Not much larger. Not that much larger. Just a little bit. And most importantly, from the angle we're actually going to see it. So we're going to want to put that as the overlay. I'm going to load, doesn't really matter, litter box. And then I'll make it unique and save it as hover. What's it called? Computer Station. Okay, so that's set up. Back on the Computer Station. I'm going to make this editable children because I'm going to need to reference that mesh for the selectable area setup. Which I'll do next. So that's ready to be activated, but I can't actually test it until I have the selectable area set up. Let's look at the litter box. In the litter box, I have a selectable area over here, or an area, just in general, that has a selectable area class on it, and then a collision shape that's just a box. So that's going to be what I work with here. So let's create something similar. And we'll need to define an object mesh. And evidently an animation player, although I don't think it needs the animation player, but in theory it could have one. So like when you click on it, it does something. I'm going to create an area 3D. Or I'm going to name it selectable area. And the name actually matters. Selectable area computer station. For better or worse, I do depend on naming for a lot of things here. The code is going to expect it to have a certain name. Selectable area litter box. Selectable area computer station. I'm going to attach a selectable area script, or the base class script. Okay, so now in this script, let me just make sure, I haven't done this in a while, so I'm just going to make sure my naming convention is consistent here. So for the litter box, we have selectable litter box. Yeah, I'm just going to copy this. and go to the computer station script, which is so new, it's not even indexed. Okay, paste that in. Instead of selectable litter box, it is computer station. And now it's going to be upset with me because I don't have all of the required abstract functions in there. So I'm just going to copy this just to make it a little easy. You see, I have quite a few. Like a lot. I don't want the word abstract in here. And I need to make sure that we add the colon onto these so that way they're real functions. And we'll just pass each one. Okay, enter exit animation length. So this is, I believe, how long it takes the camera to reach it and to come back away. So when I click on the couch, when it's not lagging, it takes some time to get there, takes some travel time. I think that that's what the enter exit, I think that that's what that means, is how long does it take for that to occur. But I'm going to check on another one. 1. Okay, we'll make it 1. 1 sounds good. 1. I'm guessing like the phone has a different one. Use speed. Yeah. So some of them have different ones, but it seems like we'll just go with a standard 1. Length. On event animation timer begin. What are we doing there? It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Switch camera, for instance, probably doing the same thing here. Would be my guess. So we're just gonna put that in there. Animation timer. And I think now this is something we're free to do stuff with depending on the context. As you can see, I don't even use it for some of them. So we will just underscore that. Has cat target? No, it does not. So maybe we can just do a null on that one. Would be my guess on how we're handling that. Yes. Well, the couch does. So when it says that has cat target, so when I click on the couch, what makes the cat appear? That's a target assigner. So that says that has a cat target. So it's how we know that where the cat should go is right there on the couch. But for other things, litter box, the cat doesn't come over. Tripod, cat doesn't have a target. But I could see potentially for the food bowl, like if you go over to the food bowl, the cat's gonna be like, yo, what you doing? Has animation player. It is not gonna have an animation player. No. Has a stat. Actually, this one is not gonna have a stat. So we will just make that blank. Most of them do have a stat associated with them. As of now, that does not. On select instance, what happens? On unselect, on hover. I feel like we're also not going to use these. I think a lot of these I barely use, honestly. And it was sort of like a theoretical thing, like, oh, surely I'll need this, right? And then I just kind of never used them. Okay, we use unselect for this one. So you never know. Sometimes we need them. As of now, I don't have a need for them, so I will underscore these and this. All right, so it has now got all that implemented correctly. That should be enough unless I missed something. So let's see if we get any kind of issues when I try to hover over it. Now, we're probably not going to see the effect, but what I'd want to know is, does it know that we're hovering over it? So there's a lot printing, unfortunately. If I hover over the couch, it says unhover object. Let's try the desk. Okay, the desk is definitely not being seen. Oh, I forgot to create a collision for the area. That will do it. That will so do it. Okay. I also didn't even set an object mesh. I forgot a lot of things. I forgot some stuff there. Okay. So we're going to give it a collision shape. I'm just going to make it a box. So just get close enough to what I want the select area to be when detecting if the cursor is hovering over it. All right, let's see if at least it reports that it sees the cursor. Nothing. Did you set the layer? Very important, very important. Okay, collision. Room, no. Room object, yes. Yes. Don't need to have a mask for it. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yes. Okay, great. So now it sees the computer station when I hover over it. You can see it prints. Computer station is hovered. Let's go. Big success. Now if I click it, it does bring up a go back button, which is good. Very good. But I want to see the effect. So this is where it turns it up. If it has a default shader on it, it's going to find the border blur and the overall opacity, and then it's going to run a tween here. So I just have to make sure that this tween happens. Handle hover animation. That gets set off if it's in the hovered state. So I guess I could try to force it into the hovered state. All right, let's do that. That sounds easy. I can do that. I haven't worked, by the way, y'all, I haven't worked on this project since December. I made this for a game jam in November, and I've been working on it for those 2 months, November and December. And then in January, I worked on another project. And so I'm just now getting back into this for context. So I'm kind of like, whoa, what is this? How did I make this? What are these systems? What do they do? I'm relearning my own project here. That's kind of why I seem so lost. Thanks, Fanny. Yeah, I'm really excited to keep working on it. Finally. I missed it. So let's just say in the ready function, we just change its hover state to hovered. Keep it simple. And hopefully it will just be hovered. As long as I don't hover over it and then unhover it, which will turn its state back to being unhovered. As long as I don't do that, it should stay hovered. Okay, then I'm going to just move these values around until it looks good, because it's perspective based. Nice. But I also want it to like grow from a certain spot because I think it'll be cool. So here it's growing from left to right, which I don't think is that cool. I like how for the litter box, for example, you see how it grows from the bottom. The couch as well grows from the bottom. I really like that. I think it just adds a little extra pizzazz. So, I'm still gonna do a little reorganizing of this. Don't hover over it on accident. No, I don't want it to grow from the bottom, from the top left. How do I do this again? Well, the skew, maybe the skew. Maybe that's where we get it to wrap around. I just got retail flashbacks talking about skew. I don't remember what the hell this does. I mean, here, what does this look like? It is kind of cool. The rest of them come from the bottom, so it feels a little weird for another one to just come from the middle. But it looks awesome. So maybe it doesn't matter. Just need to get that corner down there to get covered. Oh, but see, now it looks like it's coming from the left side again. Oh, is that it? We adjust the skew and then adjust one of these. This was something, again, I worked on this a long time ago, and these parameters, I don't really understand them. You download shaders, you do your best. I feel like this isn't like the intended application for this shader either, but it did like what I wanted to do, so I stuck with it. But it's a little monotonous to set this up. I see why I procrastinate doing this. It makes a lot of sense now. Okay, that's going from the bottom. That's going from the bottom. Yes. Now keep going. Keep going. Hey, Krill. Keep going. Keep going. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, it's still to the left a little bit. Don't do that. Don't do that. That makes me really angry. Not top. Not right. Yes, left. I feel like the fact that we're doing left means it's still going to grow from the left, and it's grown more from the center now. It's so weird. Who knows how this works? Maybe I should ask a chatbot how it works. I don't do shader code. It stresses me the hell out. Honestly, a chatbot would probably get it wrong. Probably has no idea. It would most likely just confuse me more. All right, I think I'm gonna call it good enough. Well, see there, it barely even grows anywhere at all. Oh, so is that what I want to do? I want to go to border blur. Okay, okay, yes, yes, grow from the bottom. Correct. Yes. Keep going. But here, go like that. Oh, it's so close. You gotta go all the way. You gotta go all the way up. You have to. No, you gotta go. I don't skew left and right. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Oh, I can kind of see what it's doing. Look. See how like the angle is like more flat now, and then the angle is more angled there. Okay, okay. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Skew bottom, skew left and right don't look like they're doing anything. So I'm gonna reset them. Border bottom. I mean, that's making sense. Look. See, that's going there. Border right. That's clearing that. Border left is clearing that. And then top is adding more up there. Oh, there it goes. That's kind of going from the bottom. Yeah, that's what I want. I want that nice, neat, cool effect. It's weird because, like, then the 3D angle is just strange. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Perfection. We got there. So I think the trick was to get that skew top to be flat. Okay, so but seriously, what the hell are these other ones doing? I'm gonna make them not parameters. No, Elise, because what if the other ones need it? If you really want, you can go check. You know, it'll make my life easier for other ones. I deserve to have that. Anyway, all right, so let's see if this works, though, when I hover it. Okay, I'm noticing that it doesn't. But that's another problem. Oh, I set it to being hovered by default. So we need to actually not do that in the ready function. Especially because that's going to probably override the existing ready function. Okay, so hopefully when I hover over that, bam! Look at that. Yeah. You see how nice it looks, like growing from like the middle bottom? Oh, I love that. I was setting up this hover. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, it satisfies me. It pleases me. It's polished. It was worth the effort. It was worth the effort. Okay, bro, real quick to potentially maybe save myself trouble in the future. I'm going to explore the other ones on Litterbox Hole. I just kind of want to see if these actually don't matter. Because I would love to just like left 0, right 0, bottom 0. They're all 0. Wow. Yeah, it's time to not make those exposed parameters. So I don't have to deal with this again. This confusion of being like, what does that do? Does it do something? What's it doing? Doesn't do nothing. So we're just gonna make that not a uniform. Not a uniform, not a uniform. And we'll just make that 0. Const? Okay. Sorry, I don't do shader code, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But I can certainly infer what I'm supposed to do. Don't do top. Don't do top. Top is the good one. Okay. Save it. Yeah, so that's not actually the same one, unfortunately. Boo. Because I can't, like, copy all those parameters. I mean, maybe. Maybe I could copy properties. Maybe. But it's probably going to replace the shader. Well, let's see. Quick load. Outline. Yeah, so it changed all the values. This is on the tripod. It's not going to show up on here in the runtime. If I paste the properties, those values did not update, did they? I guess I could just like remember what they are. I guess I have to decide how much do I really care about this. Are any of the other values adjusted? I kind of do care about it though. I kind of want to make my life easier in the future because you saw how much struggle I had there. I don't want that again. Everything else is the same. The only thing that's different are the border and barely. Like, actually, that is barely different. Look at that. It's like identical. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it did keep them. It just rounded them up. Okay. I'm going to keep it. And then I'm going to reload it and see if the tripod looks the same. Nice. Okay, 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 okay. Good, 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 good. Let's check the litter box. Do the same thing. Okay, this has radically different values. 0.703, 0.817, stuff like that. Let's replace it with the original shader. Oh, nice! Yes. Okay, we're so good. Hell yeah. Yeah, so definitely hiding these is just gonna make my life a lot easier. Yeah, we need to do that too for the computer station, actually. Okay. Quick load, outline. Make sure everything's the same. And now I'll be slightly less confused in the future. I'll still be confused, but it'll be a little less time that I'll spend fumbling. Great. Commit that right now. Do it. Hover shader improvements, computer station hoverable. Lego. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make the computer station clickable. Since I just added a game to the computer, I would like to be able to conveniently click on it and get there instead of having to use debug all the time. So yeah, I'm setting that up. And becoming aware of what all that entails, because it's been a while. Okay, so now that I have this thing hoverable, I like to make it clickable as well. Nothing happens because I need to set up a camera rule. So we have a separate entry. I have a separate entry in here for each selectable object. We have couch, litter box, tripod, bowl, computer. Oh, computer. We're going to say computer station. That's what it is now. Oh, wait, that's different. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Actually, I've already set it up. Oh, I don't have to set it up. Wait, this actually can work. Okay, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, baby. Love it. Okay, the only thing is the go back button isn't working. Which I don't understand, but we have to make that work. I don't remember how the back button works. Clearly, it's not set up to work correctly with the computer. I wonder if I blocked it being able to be clicked on. Okay, so I definitely have some like output messages related to the back button. So if I hover it, it says back button hovered. Back button hovered, back button hovered. When I press it, oh, all right. We're just gonna type in back button. Back button is set to handle, okay, so if I click on this, back button is set to handle tripod. Is set to handle tripod. Okay, go back. But back button is set to handle none. Click on the litter box. Back button is set to handle litter box. Back button hovered, back button pressed. Tried exiting. Back button is set to handle none. Same thing with the couch. I have a feeling we need to tell the back button how to handle the computer. So let's see what happens. When I click on this, literally nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so how do we tell the back button about the computer? I don't know. I don't remember. It's been too long. I forgot. Let's look at this. Anything with the back button in here? How do we do that? I need like documentation. This is definitely more advanced. This is like the most advanced game I've worked on long term. Now there was my Harvest Earth game, obviously, but yeah, it was a sloppy mess. I didn't really like set it up with good systems, so it wasn't like it just wasn't the same. I don't know. I don't have to say it wasn't the same. This feels like the most structured project that I'm working on long term, but I don't always remember what those structures are. UI back button mini game. Right, well this isn't a mini game. Does it need to be considered a mini game? Oh. Uneven animation timer end. Minigame litter scoop start minigame. Is that it? Is that what makes it happen? The back button? Bold of me to assume that everything you click on is a minigame. Well, the phone isn't. So how does the phone handle it? So yeah, that's what I think must be happening. Yep. There we connect it. Okay, so what about the phone? How does the phone work? You have back button in there? No? Okay. What happens when it stops the animation? It is a mini game. It is calling it a mini game. We're just calling them mini games. We just call anything a mini game. Why? Why? Why did I do that? I probably did that because I already had the system set up and I wanted to consolidate them. And changing the name would be too much. Well, it makes me a little uncomfortable, but here we are. But that's when it's exited. So this is different. Okay, it's time to look at the back button. Set when needs going back. This is a public function, so it's being called by other things. Let's find out what. Literally only manage minigames, so it has to be a minigame. It's the only way it's gonna work. Change current minigame. Okay. How do we do that? Set current minigame? I guess the computer's a minigame. It's really a collection of minigames, but those are called embedded games. This project has its own damn language. I'm just trying to think, like, how would I want to implement like a documentation? I don't know. I guess I could put it on base classes. Kind of makes sense. There we go. Minigame, phone in hand, phone for tripod, petting, litter scoop. Oh my god! So I have to make a minigame script for each one. Okay. Why? Stat increment amount 666. So that's my stand-in integer. Blank stat name. So weird. It's that I don't like this system. Look, I mean, look, this is it, right? I just gotta finish it. Like, even if I think some of these systems are suboptimal, I gotta just bring this with me to the next project that I'm gonna do it better next time. We're not gonna sit here and refactor. Hell no. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go to this selectable area object base class. So I guess what I'll do is we will say implementing a new selectable object entails. I don't know if you can do like bullet points. Probably not. Bullet. Let's see. Nope. At least not like that. Let's try something else. We can do a breaking space. So now they're in, at least they're in a line vertically. Whoa, 2 cursors. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Implementing new selectable object entails. Okay, I just did this, so we're gonna write it down. 1. I already forgot. Let's say creating an area 3D that points to an area 3D that extends this class. Creating and setting up an area 3D extends this class. 2. Setting up a hover mesh object mesh. Setting up a hover mesh and its corresponding shader. Shader material 3D. Or is it just shader material? It's just shader material. Three. No, we gotta do a breaking space at the end of each one. 3. I'm probably missing something. But creating and setting up and what is that minigame extending from? Minigame node 3D. Okay. Setting up a node 3D based minigame script. Setting up a script on a node 3D that extends minigame. Yeah, I'm having fun. So, where do we call the minigame thing from again? On use phone in finished. And what about on the couch? Oops. It's not even on there. Well, where does the couch let it know that it's got a minigame? How does the couch know? Something's got to be telling it. Phone in hand, phone for tripod, minigame petting. Start minigame is, see, they're all in like different places. Oh, hi there. Don't remove this even though it seems redundant. unless you understand how to make it non-redundant. Just leave it. I like you. Oh, thank you. Um, okay. Yeah, it does seem kind of weird, but heard, understood. See, these are the kind of things to learn from. Not to get myself in those situations, but that's okay. Getting a game done is not about making it perfect, it's about making it good enough. Start a minigame instance. And what is this on? Delirious Scoop. So it seems like they all have a different scenario for when they get started, which is so weird. Okay. Well, I guess we'll say creating and setting up. I don't like this. To implement a new selectable object. Create and set up an area 3D that extends its class. Set up a hover mesh. Hover mesh. The object mesh. And its corresponding shader material. Create and set up a script on a node 3D that extends minigame. Let's even make that a separate point. Or decide where to set current minigame. Okay. Let me see how that looks. Okay, we got the area 3D, object mesh, shader material, node 3D, minigame. I did the func one wrong. Is it function? Did I just literally type the word function? I want to make a short about this so I can watch it to remind myself. But for now... Oh, method! Method. That's what it is. Not function. Okay, now check it. Nice. Nice. Okay. There we go. Oh, I should probably make that make grammatical sense. Decide where to call for that object's minigame. I know it's weird that some of these are minigames, but trust me, it's just better that way. I like you. So in order to get this to work, I'm going to go to the selectable area computer station. And I guess we say when this event animation timer ends, we set the minigame. Okay, well, I actually have to make the minigame. Enum. None, couch, litter box, phone, tripod, bowl, computer. Oh, wait, there's already a computer minigame? What? What do you mean? Do I use it? No. Computer station. is what we call it. Oops. Okay, manage minigames. Minigames. Computer station. Okay, let's see if that makes the back button function. Click. Go back. Nice. But wait a minute. I didn't make that script. I made no such script. Also, now I can't select it again. What the hell? It's not getting set back to unhovered, I guess, or something. See, I click it, then nothing happens now. So the back button isn't properly exiting it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, what is this convolution? What did I do? See, now everything's broken. I guess the back button is left hanging somehow here. Oh my god. Okay. I really gotta write this down. It's wild. It's wild to come back. But look, this is it. Like, I'm okay with it. I'm glad that I'm choosing to work on this project longer and to take a step away and to come back, because now I get to solidify in my brain what's important to me. So future me cannot have to suffer in the next project. You know, how do I want to set up my project so that way it's easier for me in the future? And this is why I haven't finished, by the time the jam ends, my last couple Game Like Jam games. I finished the first 4 Game Like Jam games that I made, but the code is a mess. Very hard to come back to and work on. And so with the subsequent ones, I've been trying to build the systems in a way that it's scalable. And it just, you know, it's harder in a game jam context to build the code that way, to hurry up, to get it done quickly, and to build it with a good structure. So this is a good learning experience. So the next time in March, when I start a new Game Like Jam game, I'll think about what is important to me for making sure that coming back to the project is going to be easier. And in the meantime, continue to put together these very convoluted pieces. Look, I have to think that this is born out of having never made a system like this before. Having never made a system where there are a variety of different things you click on, and then they share a go back code. They share a minigame code. They share a selectable object code. I feel like these base class inherited stuffs are something that I just was coming up with on the fly while I was making this. Like, well, this seems like a good system that'll help me, but I didn't really know, and I didn't really know where it was going. I didn't know I was going to need a go back button. I didn't know I was going to want that when I started making the camera able to go move towards the object and look at it. It wasn't until after I set up that system that I was like, wait a minute, I need something to let me get out of these. So then that becomes this disjointed separate system because I don't want to mess up that system. And I create this way that they link up. Whereas if I had known to begin with that I want all those systems to exist, I might have built it in a way that anticipated how those work together. But until I finish games like this, I'm not going to find out what those setbacks, what those oopsies are. I'm not going to have practiced making those systems. So it's definitely worth going through it, but I feel it. I feel it a lot. Okay, so let's figure out how this back button works. When I click on the couch, I'm just going to type in back button because there's a lot going on here. If I hover over it, back button hovered, back button hovered, back button hovered. Now I'm going to click it. Back button pressed, back button tried, ending couch minigame. Back button is set to handle none. I have a feeling that this isn't happening for the computer. Let's find out. So click on the computer. Back button is set to handle computer station. We hover over it, back button hovered. If I click it, back button tried ending computer station minigame, and then nothing else happens. So we need this back button is set to handle none. Somehow, apparently, that needs to be independently set up per object. All right. Let's see what's going on. I mean, I left clues. I left breadcrumbs, obviously, for myself. But, like, what if I didn't have to do that? Tried ending or I guess just tried ending. Handle current minigame. When does that get called? On pressed. If it's not a disabled back button, which we know it's not, it's going to go to handle current minigame, which we know it's doing that. Minigame exited emit. What to go back from. Wait, why doesn't it do that? Why doesn't it? Okay. Back button is set to handle. Set what needs going back. This is a public function. Okay, who calls it? Manage minigames. Okay. Change current minigame. Set what needs going back, which minigame? That's it? That's the only place that calls it? I need to suppress the cat. The cat is just... These are messages that I want and I need to, like, track at some point. But, like, right now, they're really just clogging up the console log, and it's causing me a lot of grief. So I'm going to comment them out. I know I'm going to want them back at some point. This is not that point. So I'm going to comment them out. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Thank you for your service. You're no longer needed here. Oops. Okay, wait. Well, don't comment out the code, just the print. Okay. And then on the cat, I've got... Oh, the phone also is taking up a lot of messages, too. Because the phone hover area is, like, off-screen down here. So if my cursor is ever down here, it sets it off. I don't remember why that happens. I know I don't like it. Okay, but what are the cat messages again? Oh, the cat got stuck. That's why the cat isn't sending out any more messages. Getting next waypoint. Okay, so it's all a bunch of waypoint stuff. All right, go to the cat script. And we're going to look for everywhere waypoint is mentioned. That one's probably fine. Okay, this one, comment. Comment out this. Comment. Okay, let's see if there's anything else left behind. Oh, cat behavior state. Okay, we have all that. Let's deal with that. It's just too much. It's just, I'm, you know, I can't keep track of everything when there's stuff going all the time. I have to deal with it. Okay, cat behavior state updated. Comment that out. Sandbox timer ended. Comment that out. Okay, let's see if I've cleared this out. Here's the cat walk. The cat will be walking, absolutely. Okay, I don't care about the dialogue. Okay, it seems pretty quiet now. So I'm gonna click on the couch. It's a lot of things. That's a lot of things right there. It's hard to keep track of what's happening here. I mean, you got a whole damn backtrace here? Is that really necessary? Is that really necessary? I mean, maybe I'm gonna need it, like, right now. Yeah, okay, you know what? Actually, that backtrace is probably really useful right now. Can we, okay, let me do something really quick. Let me go find the requesting a camera print, because that is highlighted, and I need to use these highlights to my advantage here. Now I want to go to where the back button reports that it's been pressed, and I want to highlight that, so that way I can freaking find it a little bit more easily here. That's what I'm trying to find. Okay, click on this. I don't really want that either highlighted, but it's okay. Ugh, nope, I don't want to highlight it. Event states. Oh my goodness. It's just, man, it's complicated. It's complicated. I look forward to building a better system someday, greatly. You know, it's hard not to feel that temptation to just, like, you know, start a new project. I mean, luckily I do start a new project every other month, so it's kind of fine. But, you know, even right now, just be like, I gotta start over. No! You finish it! Finish it! Okay, where's the highlight? It has to be in here somewhere. Did I not set it? Oh, wait. Yeah, I did. Back button pressed. Yeah, it's right there. What the hell's going on? Oh, I didn't press... Y'all, I didn't press the back button. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, click the... I'm so confused. I can't even remember that. Oh, there's another one. Is a minigame or cam not default? Oh my god, what the hell is all these prints? It's too many prints! You gotta chill with the prints! Comment it out! It's too much! It's too much information! Click. click. Where is the highlight? This is part of what I want to do with my print tool. There it is I want to have a interface, like an inspector menu, that lets me like see all of the places where the highlight is applied, and I could like toggle them off really easily, so I don't have to go digging around for each of them. That is, I repeat that so often that it's like I gotta do this. I gotta do this ASAP. Okay, back button pressed. Back button tried. Ending couch minigame. Event state changed on selectable area phone running. Wait, what? What the hell does the phone have to do with anything? Hover ray block state updated to all. Yeah, so that's important to make sure we don't hover over the wrong things. Phone in hand is checking if it is the minigame to end. Area petting is checking if it is a minigame to end. Area petting is the minigame to end. Ending minigame. Event state changed on selectable area couch running. Hover ray block state updated to all. Couch is requesting a camera. Arriving false, so it's moving away from it. Default camera is going to move the camera to itself. A camera tween on default has begun. Okay, it tweens it, it tweens it, it tweens it, moves it back. On unselect any. Couch unselected. Select state changed to unselected. Assigned target is false. Teleport emitted to finish signal. That's for the cat teleportation. Area pet is checking if it is a minigame to end. Area petting is the minigame to end. Isn't this nuts? Ending the minigame. Selectable area object. Baby's first systems. Event state changed. Unselectable area computer station running. I don't understand what this running means. Okay, where does the back button... Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Back button. Oh my gosh. I want highlights on all of these. Well, the important ones. The ones that matter. I don't care if it's hovered. This one. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to click on the tripod. Now I'm going to click on the back button. And we're going to attempt to observe what has occurred. I'm looking for the highlights. Back button press, back button tried ending tripod minigame. That happens immediately. Okay, let's get one more print. This one. Or one more highlight. Back button is set to handle none. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I want to see what happens in between the back button being pressed and it being handled set to none. I'm still very confused by this. Okay, so it's blocking all other hovers while we're in the tripod transition to the tripod, like the camera moving to the tripod. We can't click on anything else. Things are checking to see if they're the minigames to end, or the camera away from the tripod, I mean. Phone in hand checks to see if it's the minigame to end. Area petting checks to see if the minigame to end. I don't know, that's doing that. Hover ray block sets updated all. Hover ray block. I'm so confused. Litter scoop is checking. Tripod is checking. Tripod discovers that it is the minigame to end, and it ends it. The tripod event state changes to running for some reason. Hover ray is blocked. Tripod is requesting a camera. The camera moves to it. Tripod is officially unselected. Select state changed to unselected. Changing visible stat bar from none to 0, and then the back button is set to handle none. In Manage Minigames, it puts out the back trace. Current minigame changed to none. That came from End Minigame on Manage Minigames. Set current minigame, change current minigame, then the print. And then it did it. Okay, so now what does that look like for the PC and what makes it different? So we click on this. Press go back and see what it's missing compared to that. Back button pressed, back button tried, ending computer station minigame. So we're not going to see the change to none highlight. It's not even going to happen. Event state, that. So we should see the computer checking itself if it's the minigame to end. Computer station unselected. Okay, I think that's what we're missing. It doesn't check itself to see if it's ended. Okay. So where does that happen? Freaking so confusing. Is checking on the minigame script. Yeah, end minigame. So end minigame must not be running. And what procs end minigame, pray tell? I don't know. On minigame exited, which is a signal that gets emitted by the UI back button. Convolution. Emit. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. I'm just being very. It's like taking a month. Like I worked on this project November and December. November 1st to December 31st. I was working on this project. And I was intimately familiar with this. I take a month off. I come back and I just have a different perspective. I'm like, oh wow, I didn't realize all the things I was holding in my head that I just remembered. But I feel like a good system is one that when you come back to it, at least in my opinion, what I value as a good system is one that is comprehensible. Especially by the person who only a month ago understood it well. You know? It's awful. Yeah. So we don't get a tried ending it. Tried ending the computer. So it doesn't emit this? So it must be emitting it then. So how does this not happen? How does it even... Why would it send what to go... Right, what to go back from? Well, okay. No, it's fine. Okay, I get it. All right. So back to the minigame script. On minigame exited. Exit what? End minigame exit what? Is checking if it's... So it never runs this. Why? How? Was it never set what to go back from? So weird. What to go back from? Back button is set to handle computer station. So it totally does run this. And so what to go back from should be set to that. So in fact, even now, if I go check the remote, we should see that, like, it shouldn't take me 4 hours, 4.5 hours to create a new selectable object. That is not acceptable, you know, in my opinion. Maybe I'm being harsh, but I don't like it. I got this. That's true. I got this. It's true. You're right. Thank you. I got this. Still, I gotta get this better next time. So let's go see if it is indeed still showing what to go back from. It says 0. So it is none? Okay, we need to track this. I need to track this. Okay, what to go back from is 0. If I click on the couch, it's going to change to 1, which we presume is the couch. Hit go back, it goes to 0. I'm going to click on the litter box. It changes to 2, which we can presume is the litter box. Go back, now it's 0. Click on the tripod, it's 4. Go back, it goes back to 0. Click on the phone, it's 3. Hit go back, it goes to 0. Click on the computer, it becomes 6. Hit go back, it does go to 0. Okay. It's first selected. Oh my god, I'm so confused. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Yeah, I'm optimistic, but like I'm gonna get there. But I just the path to get there is a chaos of my own making, evidently. Back button pressed. Back button tried any computer station minigame. Wait, what? I pressed the tripod. What are you talking about? I don't remember what it's called. So I can't get through this litany of messages. Checking is the minigame. Is the minigame to end? Okay. Ending minigame. There we go. Wait. Ending the minigame. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. This print message right here. Okay. So now if I click on the computer and I press go back, that never runs. On all of them they will. If I click on the couch and press go back, wait, why is it not running on these? Oh, because after I do the computer, it breaks. That's why. So click on the couch, hit go back. It identifies itself as the minigame to end. Click on the phone, go back, identifies itself as the minigame to end. Click on the litter box, go back, identifies itself. Phone, go back, identifies itself. However, that is not happening when I do the computer. So where does that happen? Ending the minigame. Yes, end minigame, of course. We have gone through this. And that gets run by this. But why? Why? Is there like is there a guard? There's a freaking guard. It's hitting, it's snagging this. But is it? Is it checking? I don't see computer in here anywhere. So I guess it would be like, it's very confusing. If not minigame set to minigame type. And why is this an entire... Isn't it supposed to be an enum? Oh, name. I see. It's its whole name that it's checking. Got it. Well, but I meant... Okay, yeah, okay, it's the whole name. All right. Very well. Did I ever create a minigame script? Did I do that yet? I don't think I created that. Is that what I'm missing? Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. So wait, where does this get applied? the let's look at the tripod. Very confusing. Very, very confusing. Man. Oh my goodness. Phone and tripod. Okay. So one of these scripts is going to be the minigame script. I don't really understand what it's doing there. Okay, collision area. On a collision area? What's it doing on a collision area? Is that what it extends from? It extends from a node 3D. Oi, oi, oi. The things that happen in a game jam. Terrible, terrible things. Okay. No, look, I love myself. I'm proud of myself. It's frustrating to come back and work with it. So, it's so weird. So I guess I can deduce what things it goes on from looking at all the other is checkings, because it'll tell me the name of them. Here it's on an area. There I've named it collision area. Phone in hand. But on the computer station, the area is what the selectable area is on. So what does the minigame go on? What is the order of things here? On the litter box, selectable area. Okay, so where's it on the litter box, for example? On the scoop? So it's just like we just decide, where does the minigame live? Where does the minigame live? I don't know. How about on the pooper scooper? Why not? Well, it's not really a minigame, so I shouldn't have to put it anywhere. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, so phone. Let's look at the phone, because that seems like the black sheep here. What's the phone have it on? The top level node. Great. Sounds good to me. And tell me more about its script. Yeah, the 666 empty minigames phone. Well, I'm just going to copy this, although I don't think I need this activate phone thing. But I'm going to copy that. We're going to go to the computer station, and we're going to attach a script up there because that's what it is done like. What am I going to name it? That's a good question. A fair question. A minigame phone in hand. Okay, so I guess I want to call the computer station. And is that what we call the scene? Okay. Oh my. Bless my heart. Minigame computer station. Attach a script called minigame computer station. Put it in scripts. Create it. Come back to that in a minute. It looks like I want to make the scene that too. No, the scene is called something else. I try to keep my scenes, this top level script, and top level node all having the same name, for the sake of reducing chaos on my brain. So do I want to do that right now to protect myself from the tiny little thing this might protect me from in the future? Kind of. Certainly is going to take up a lot more space up here, but I would rather be consistent. So that's what we're going to do. I'm doing it right now. What other mini games do we have? Litter scoop, petting. Okay. Litterscoop.tscn, no more. But that's not the top level, though, is it? Which makes it very confusing. Yeah, but that's what gets the minigame. It's very confusing. That's okay. I'm fine. I'm doing great. Yeah, I guess the litter scoop is the minigame, if you think about it, I guess. Minigame litter scoop. Okay. We're gonna rename that too. I hope I don't regret it and doesn't break everything. It might. Because unfortunately, I also am using names for a lot of things. Oh, man. Okay. I'm learning. I'm learning, y'all. Okay, petting. So go to the couch. The couch's minigame, where's that at? So how the hell does the couch's minigame work? Where is that? What does minigame petting go on? Area petting? On the cat? Don't tell me it's on the cat. You're gonna tell me it's on the couch. The cat. So confusing. So the minigame for the couch is on the cat. You see what I'm saying? Because you do pet the cat. Technically. And there it is. Minigame petting. Oi, oi, oi. Hope I don't regret renaming that. I might. I may well. I'm in danger. What else? But I don't care. You can't stop me. Phone in hand. That has minigame. But, yep, that has minigame. Phone for tripod. Does not. Rename it. That's where the minigame... Nope, that's not where the minigame script is. Where the hell's the minigame script? Collision area, phone for tripod. Phone and tripod. Collision area, phone for tripod. Phone for tripod. That is terrible. That... That's so weird. Still says collision area later. Yeah, because you renamed the wrong thing. Because it's chaos. It's so chaotic. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I can't take it. So this... No, don't delete it. I can't take it. It's just so messy, you guys. I can't take it. I can't stand how messy it is. It drives me nuts. Oh my gosh. Why? Why? You see, look. You see, I can't. Why am I done such a thing? I'm gonna refill my water. What the monkey? What in the world? What? Ways I could have done this and I did it like that. I love you. I love you, girl. I'm proud of you. You doing good things, okay? You do good things. I'm proud of you. But understand that this is very frustrating. And I expect you to learn from it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I renamed some things. Honestly, I just don't even care. Like, does everything still work? Whatever. Things have different names. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, the computer we're still fixing. Because we got to make the minigame script for it. Let's make sure this all still works. Yep. This still works. Yup. Phone. Yup. Couch. Petting minigame that is needing some work. Yes. Okay. Nothing broken. I need to find a place for the computer station minigame. I have decided that that is going to be the top level node on the computer station scene. There it is, actually. Let's look at another minigame. Maybe not the litter scoop. No, maybe the litter scoop. It doesn't matter. Wait, wasn't there one I was gonna... Actually, I was either fully bar... Look at that. Did you see how long that was? Oh, yeah, the the litter scoop minigame. Oh, man. That was some... That was a time. No, give me the phone in hand one. Because this one's pretty straightforward. It's basically boilerplate. Okay, pop that in. Except this time, it is not phone in hand. It is computer station. Go to the minigames enum computer station. Yes, this is a good one. Seems appropriate. So that's what its enum is. It apparently needs to tell the minigame that. Make this not a string, but the stats type. To do. Okay. 666, yes. Start minigame instance. Yup. I don't think we need anything here. I think this is just like when it happens, things that it does. We don't need an activate phone. Alright. But wait. Don't I have to call it? Well, that's what the, no. Alright. We can go to the computer. We can open games. Everything's good. Wow. That was something. I would love to, like, not have to have the debug open all the time. Can we not, toggle the debug by default at this point? I mean, at this point, I might as well. Pop-out menus visible. Bottom bar visible. So we hide that. Okay, beautiful. There we go. Nice. Okay. All right. I think I have achieved things that I feel good about today on this day. Now, I can click on the computer. I can open up the game. It is functional. I feel very good about that. Awesome. We can go back. So this is very good. This is very good progress. I'm very happy with this. I'm super proud that finally, the computer is set up right. It's progress. It's moving forward. I'm gonna say that is it for today. I've done what I'm gonna do.